Mr. Transforce 96 here with another video review. This time we have Star Wars The Black Series Toysrus exclusive Hover Tank Pilot. This was a figure that I was really looking forward to. Out of all of the new designs for Rogue One, to be honest, I actually like them all a lot. The Shore Troopers I didn't like at first, but I've really grown a fondness for them. And the Hover Tank drivers, I love the look of them from the very beginning. I think that they have the coolest helmets of all of them. Probably the coolest helmets of any trooper from any Star Wars movie, personally, in my opinion. I love the helmets of these hover tank pilots. It is a shame that they're just pilots, because I doubt that means they'll do anything in the movie other than just drive the tanks, but I hope that we do get to see at least a few of them kind of sprinkled in some of the battles, maybe the beach battle or something, and just so we can see them use some blasters. But let's get on to the review. Standard packaging, only difference is you get this Toys R Us exclusive sticker there, so just if you're wondering, and this is a Toys R Us exclusive, obviously. So the figure itself, again, really love the head sculpt, or the helmet. I think that it's very cool. I love the way that it bows out. It's very fat at the bottom, but it has a nice little visor section. The eyes are very clear. Unlike the First Order troopers, the eye slits, like for the snow troopers, I believe flame troopers too, they had very thin slits for the eyes. This has the same type of design, but it's thicker, which I think looks better. And then I do like the little design here, where it's kind of, it's almost like a little frowny face. I just think that that's very cool. I don't know why, but I love the design of these helmets. They're just awesome. As far as the rest of the armor looks very original trilogy Stormtrooper to me. I'm not 100% sure, though. I'm not like an expert when it comes to Stormtroopers, especially the original trilogy Stormtroopers, so I can't tell you if all these little details really match up to regular Stormtroopers, but it looks like the same sort of design to me, so I would imagine that this top section is very original trilogy Stormtrooper-like. Then the bottom is definitely different. You have just pants. He doesn't have any armor up here, and then he has armored legs. Now, I would imagine this is the case because for the hover tank pilots, they don't need to get out of the tanks, so obviously you're only going to see them from like their waist up that are out of the tanks, which is why they're heavily armored up top, and then they're not armored towards the bottom just because they don't need the armor there. That's what I would suspect. He does have like this kind of brownish, it's almost like a greenish brown pants, and there's great texturing in there. First of all, I like the detail of the wrinkles. And then I think that the texturing in the actual clothing is very good as well. But I would have liked this to be black, just so that it matched the black pieces, like under his armor better. I think that would have just looked better. So I'm not quite sure in the movie if they are like this brownish. I would assume that they are, but I would have preferred them just to be black. I think that would have looked better. As a whole. As far as their guns go, they look like they're pretty standard guns. I'm not quite sure if any other troopers use these particular type of guns. They look like Stormtrooper guns to me. They actually look more like the clone guns, kind of like from the prequel trilogy. I'm sure I'm completely wrong, but that's kind of what I get with the stocks here that can extend. I believe that the clones actually used guns that are very similar to that, at least. But I do like the look of it, and it is kind of a dark gray. It's not completely a black, but it's very close to it. And he holds it very well with two hands, of course. As far as articulation goes, it's actually it's quite nice with this guy. He has a ball-jointed head on a hinge, so it can look up this much, can look down pretty decent, and then, of course, side to side. He has ball-hinged shoulders. Let's see here. Opposed to these troopers, where when you move their arms out, their armor goes on top of their shoulders. It's the opposite with the hover tank pilots. When you move their arms out, their armor goes under the shoulders there. So just nice ways that they've designed these shoulder pads to not get in the way of articulation, and they're using two different types on these different figures. He has hinge swivel elbows. The hinge goes just about 90 degrees. He's got hinge swivel wrists. However, they are different. This side goes in and out, which is the more common form that we see. This side goes up and down. This is more rare. Usually, most of the figures that come with lightsabers have this type of hinge, and not many troopers come with this type of hinge. So I am quite happy about this hinge. It allows him to raise the gun higher, and as well as to have him hold it like at an angle, which we do see troopers do in the movie. So I like the fact that he does have this hinge going up and down instead of in and out. I do prefer that, so that is quite nice. He has ball-jointed torso, which works quite well. As you can see, nice tilt to either side, and it can go forward quite a bit, and it can go back quite a bit as well, so that's very cool. Ball jointed hips, and as you can see, there are these little pieces that hang down. However, they're very soft plastic, so they just get right out of your way, no hindrance on them whatsoever, which is great. Swivel at the thighs, double hinge knees, and hinge pivoting ankles. The pivot works really nicely. As far as the paint goes, most of the troopers that we're getting are very clean troopers. This one, however, is battle damaged, or it's not battle damaged, but it's dirty, which I actually like. I think that it looks very cool, and I do like the fact that it's different. You know, it has that, it's white, it has a pure kind of white base paint, but then it has some brown splotched into it, and it's very evenly done. Like a lot of times when you see this type of weathering, they just do it like in the torso and the head, and that's it. But this one has it throughout the armor, which is great, and even on the legs and everything. So I'm quite a fan of this armor. I think that just in the movie it looks fantastic, and as the figure goes, I think it looks fantastic as well. I would say it looks even better than the Death Troopers, because the Death Troopers are so freaking skinny, and this guy's got some bulk to him. So I really love this figure. I'm definitely going to get a second one. I need an even amount of troopers for my display anyway, and I'm very excited to get a second one. Hopefully they release another version of this that has the gray paint, which indicates rank. So there you go. Let me know what you guys think of the Hover Tank Pilot, and thanks so much for watching.